Hello there, builders! I have some very exciting news to share with you all today. LEGO has just revealed their big Lord of the Rings set for the year, and it's none other than the White City of Gondor itself, Minas Tirith. This set contains 8,278 pieces, and is priced at $649.99 US. All things considered, I feel like this is a pretty good price for this set. Yes, it's super expensive, but I feel like the value is definitely there, when you look at what's included and the price per part. In this video, I'd like to share my personal first impressions of the set and its figures with you all today. To say that I'm blown away by this build would be an understatement. The designers have done an excellent job of recreating the design, colors, and architecture of the Tower of Guard. The city's iconic tiered levels are present, as are the other details you'd expect to see represented, such as the White Tree of Gondor, the gates of the city, and the Tower of Ecthelion to crown the entire build. The design they opted for in this set combines both micro-scale and minifigure scale, which I feel was the perfect way and really the only way to depict the city's massive layout, while also keeping the minifig-compatible aspects intact. The lowest sections of the walls can detach from the main build, giving you additional places to place minifigures and pose them to recreate scenes from the movie on the streets of the capital. The details of the set don't stop on the front either. Just like Rivendell, Barad-dûr, and the Shire before it, the reverse side of Minas Tirith features interior details recreating iconic moments from the film trilogy. Most impressive of all is the massive minifigure scale recreation of the Hall of the Kings, where Gandalf and Pippin have their audience with Denethor. It features plenty of movie-accurate details, including the vacant throne of the king, the adjacent throne of the steward, a dining table, black and white pillared architecture, and tiled floor details. This hall looks absolutely incredible, and in my opinion, it's one of the best looking interiors of any LEGO set ever. Several other rooms and scenes are also recreated. Pull-out sections near the top feature small vignettes, with accessories referencing many important story moments, such as the piles of lumber referencing the scenes in Rothdinan, Pippin's bedroom, the adjacent balcony where he and Gandalf have a conversation the night before the Siege of Gondor, as well as the Palantir that Aragorn uses to challenge Sauron before the battle at the Black Gate. Underneath, there's another room recreation. It's the library from Fellowship of the Ring, where Gandalf conducts his research on the One Ring, and reads the Scroll of Isildur. It's pretty cool that they decided to reference some stuff from the other movies as well, and not just Return of the King. The designers really hit it out of the park with this one, in my opinion. The design of the city and its functionality really exceeded my expectations, and I couldn't be happier with the final result. Now that we've talked about the model itself, let's discuss the set's minifigures, which are all new for this set and currently exclusive. There are 10 minifigs in all, in addition to a horse, none other than Shadowfax, who looks great. I'm glad that they decided to remove the standard bridle printing from the horse's face, since Shadowfax requires neither saddle nor bridle in this story. The minifigures featured are Aragorn, Arwen, Gandalf, Pippin, Faramir, Denethor, and 4 Gondor Soldiers. Aragorn and Arwen are arrayed in their Coronation outfits, which are both first-time appearances in minifigure form. They also both feature arm printing, which is a welcome surprise. The only other Middle-earth minifigure to feature arm printing was the Good Morning Bilbo Baggins polybag. Hopefully, this increase in detail bodes well for future Lord of the Rings minifigures to come. I really like Aragorn's new combined hair crown mold. I can't tell if it's dual molded or not, but either way, the final result turned out great. The double-sided cape is also a really nice touch, as is the separate chestplate piece. I'm a little disappointed that they decided to just use the standard sword for Aragorn in this set, as opposed to creating a new mold for Andúril, especially since we got a specially molded Shards of Narsil piece in Rivendell. Kinda makes it stick out a little bit more, but other than that, this is a great looking figure. The included Arwen minifigure is really nice looking, and particularly colorful for a Lord of the Rings minifigure. The torso print looks great, perfectly recreating her coronation dress. I love the addition of the printed arms as well, really plusses up the figure in my opinion. The skirt piece probably could have used some printing, as it makes the bottom of the figure look kinda plain. Not that there's a whole lot of detail on her skirt in the movie, but it would have been nice to have. I'm also disappointed that they decided to reuse Arwen's hair from Rivendell. I've never really liked that piece for her, and I much prefer the old hair from Council of Elrond. I am glad, though, that she has a new unique headpiece now, which is far better than the Lieutenant Connix headpiece they used for her last time. That banner that she's carrying also looks quite nice. I like everything about the Gandalf the White minifigure except for the beard. Everything else looks great. The outfit print with the cream highlights, the headpiece, the hair, but that beard does not look right to me. It's too long and too bushy for Gandalf's white wizard form. Pippin looks pretty much perfect in my opinion. The new head is great, his Gondor armor looks amazing, and the reuse of the dark blue dual-molded hobbit legs from the Shire last year was a fitting choice. The only thing I would have changed on him is the elven cloak. I wish it was grey instead of green. Faramir looks really good, except for the hair. They decided to use the LEGO Friends Nova hairpiece on him for some reason in orange, and it just doesn't look right to me. It's too wide on the sides and doesn't resemble his thin hair from the films very well in my opinion. The rest looks good. The outfit print is great, the head's fine, but that hairpiece is off-putting. I'm glad we finally have this character in minifigure form at last though, he was long overdue. Next up we have Denethor, who I think looks pretty much perfect. That hairpiece looks like it was made for him, and the headpiece looks quite a bit like Jon Noble. The outfit print is also fantastic. I would have thought that a Denethor minifig would use the skirt brick instead of legs, but the leg pieces work just fine. He also comes with a pair of cherry tomatoes, to recreate the iconic yet disturbing scene from the film that's the subject of many a meme. Denethor is another first-timer minifig in this set, and he looks very faithful and accurate. Finally, last but not least, we have the debut of the Citadel Guard. These are sure to be popular with army builders, though I doubt many will have a chance to amass a large army of them, due to their exclusivity to such a pricey set. The shields are neat, but don't really look entirely faithful to the movie. In Return of the King, the Gondor Soldiers have more square-shaped shields with a black background. These ones are rounder, and they're printed over a brown backdrop, which is kind of more reminiscent of the Númenórean shields seen in the prologue of Fellowship of the Ring. So this is just kind of a minor nitpick of mine. I wish they could have gotten the details 100% accurate, but regardless, the minifigures themselves look really, really cool. I love the use of the separate chestplate piece, and the exclusive specially molded helmets look really cool. Overall, I think this minifigure selection is quite good. I feel like there could have been more figures included to further justify the cost of the set, but the characters that they decided to include were all great choices. The figures range in quality from fairly well done to fantastic. I don't feel that there are any truly bad figures in here. To compare it to the other recent sets, I'd say that the character selection in this set is better than Barad-dûr and the Shire, but not quite as good as Rivendell, which had all 9 members of the Fellowship and then some. Meanwhile, as far as the quality for each of the figures goes, it's a little better than Rivendell and Barad-dûr, but not quite as high quality as the Shire figures. In the end then, I think this set is a major win for the LEGO Lord of the Rings brand. Minas Tirith is a location that's been in demand for a long time by fans, and I'm really glad that LEGO finally listened. To go even further, I'm glad that the execution of the set is as good as it is. This set does a masterful job of combining microscale elements with minifig scale features. It's extremely faithful to the source material, and is an impressive looking set even if you aren't a fan of Middle-earth, Tolkien, or The Lord of the Rings, much like the other Icons Lord of the Rings releases. But what are your thoughts on this massive set? Did it live up to your expectations? Did it surpass them? Or were you disappointed? What are your thoughts on the minifigures? Do you have a favorite? Are there any characters that you wish had been included? Feel free to share any of these thoughts in the comments below. Well, that's all for today's video. Have a great day!